This video was made possible by the Eliason Group, an Agile consulting service. You can locate the video under Follow Us, then select Recent Videos on YouTube on the agilenewengland.org website.
Sunny Sun, who's going to talk about scaled Agile transformation at Chinese Telecom.
Okay, thank you. Here we go. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming here. Thank you. Thank you. I am Sunny Sun Mac, the Senior Agile Coach and Consultant from GWCG, the Director of the Online Training Product. Currently, I'm living in Boston with my husband, and today he comes here to support me. Thank you, Charles. So look at this title, Dragon Dance. Actually, it's a very Chinese word, right? It's about the experience report about how to lead large-scale Agile transformation in traditional telecommunication company in China. It was a very, very tough journey with blood and sweat, with tears, with laughter. From this story, you will know the culture difference. And also you will know how to coach Chinese big bosses. And also you will see the large-scale Agile transformations strategies, the tactics, the setbacks, as well as the hardware agility. And also you will know the enterprise Agile coach's mindset and the success of the secret. Okay, so here is me. In the past many years, I successfully lead Agile transformation for many of my clients' companies, including the industry of the telecommunications, internet, finance, education, production, machinery, etc. I coached over more than 200 Agile teams, over 300 Scrum Masters, help a lot of organizational leaders to build up their Agile leadership, impact more than 2,500 people. Okay, that's done. Before getting started, let's have a game. So I would like to have two ninjas come here. So who wants to be the volunteer? Two ninjas. Okay. So David, come here. So ninja one. And the rest of you are David, ninja helper, okay? So which this side? Who want to be here? Ninja. Oh, the gentleman back. Okay, cool. So each of you will have two throwing stars. So here you go. Ninja, you know, ninja. So you here. Okay. That's Japanese, right? Okay, so the red throwing star standing for the Chinese culture. Okay, so the blue throwing star stands for the rest of the world, the culture, basically non-Chinese culture. Okay, so what you are going to do is that, stand up. Stand up. Yeah, so what you are going to do have a 4-round test. So you guys to move from towards to the screen. Don't need to see your ninja helpers. Okay, yeah, face to the screen. Okay. So next we are going to have 4 rounds of test. So about to test how you know the Chinese culture. Okay. So there are 2 styles of the culture. So you will throw the red star to the either left side or the right side. So to identify which one is Chinese culture, and throw the blue one to the rest of the world culture. Are you understand? So I will count 1, 2, 3, and the ninja helpers to raise. If you think the left style is Chinese style, you raise up your left hand. If you think about the right hand is Chinese culture, you raise up the right side. Okay, clear? Okay, cool. Let's go. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Look at the screen. There's 2 styles about the definition. Be punctual for meeting You see? The left side is that from 7:55 to 8:10 can be acceptable, but be about the punctual, okay? So for the right side, it's about 8 o'clock, exactly on time, meeting started. Okay, yes. So don't see your helpers, okay? Just through the right or left.
So just guess.
Yeah, guess. And then your link your helpers, raise your hand, okay?
I can't see them.
What? So just guess, yeah. Left or right? Just through, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how about your choice? So you can raise like this.
Which one is which, David?
Yeah, which one is the this is the Chinese culture. Also, yeah, and this one is the reservoir, right?
So why am I raising both hands?
Yeah,
There are
you can through, yeah.
two questions there, right? Which of this is U.S., which is Chinese? That's the question.
I see. So I either do that or
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. In that case, like this.
Really? Okay. Are you sure? Okay. Good. So, ninja helpers. Oh, ninja helpers. Interesting, right? Wow, look, so interesting. Do you want to know the answer?
Yes.
Okay. The answer is da-da. So in Chinese culture, you can say, so especially in the traditional industry companies, the meeting, so the people sometimes actually always be late for the meeting. Yeah, frankly speaking. And the people are already get there, and for example, at 8:10, and call the people who are late on the way. Jackie, come on, the meeting getting started. The meeting room is 1, 2, 3, come on. So, yeah, that's the Chinese style. Okay, are you ready for the second round? Okay, let's go. So, next round, the way how to state your opinion. So, so this is Chinese, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes. Oh, there's 3. Yeah, everybody thinks so. Yes. This is so here we go. This is a Western culture. If someone want to be a Scrum Master, right? So here we'll say that. So, Blue, I want to be a Scrum Master. So how about Chinese way? Chinese way where it said that, Jenny, so in the past few months, what I did, blah, blah, blah. Currently, I introduced the TDD, ATDD. Now I'm starting to writing the test automation case, So after 30 or 40 minutes, after that, he said that, oh, maybe, you know what? I should try the Scrum Master role. What's your opinion? So that's a Chinese way, okay? Okay, are you ready for the next round? Okay. When people talking, if two people talking with each other, if they have very strong disagreement with each other, so the left style is I'm angry and want to show and his face and keep calm, and the left side is I'm angry, I want to kill you on my face. Okay, what's your choice? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Okay, so everybody think the Chinese. Oh yes, good. That's it. So you know what? So for my observation, especially in Chinese government officials, the higher level they are, it's more harder to find out what's their really opinion, what to really think about you, what's their really emotion. So yeah, it's hard to tell, especially in the big boss. No. Okay. So are you ready for the next round? The final round, okay. Let's go. The problem solving thing. The left one is to imagine that there's an obstacle. So just the left one is just go through it, overcome it. The right one is walk around it. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Wow, you guys know Chinese a lot. Okay, I still remember that 1 year ago, I was in the big traffic in Shanghai, So there are very big traffic. I was thinking that, so maybe something bad things happen in front of me. Maybe the car accident, someone injured. So after 20 minutes, slowly moved to there. Do you know what I saw? I saw such a big stone in the front, in the middle of the road, very narrow 2 lanes. And nobody gets out or jump out of the car and pull it over. Even me, I can pull it over. But nobody willing to spend the time and effort to pull it over. Just walk around of it. Shame on me too. I don't do that by my person. Okay, that's all. Thank you. No, you can keep this if you want. Yeah, it's a gift. So look at today's content. First, at the beginning, I will introduce a little bit about the background. And after that, we will start this very tough journey. And follow that, we will check about the result. And by the end, I will have very brief summary about this large-scale transformation. Okay? So look at the background. The ZTE, this company is the top telecommunications, that guy, not his head, in China. And also very famous in the whole of the world. They have total 50,000 employees in the worldwide. Look at the organization I coached. So there are total 500 people. You know the telecommunication product, the sales value is very big, huge. And the product is very complex. Each product has more than 10 million lines of code, and including both the software and hardware, the platform and the application. But the biggest problem we're facing is that you look at this picture, the profit is wrapping down. So what is our future is our biggest problem. Okay, let's get closer to the pain point of this giant dragon. Because of the very long lead time, we miss a lot of business opportunity in the market. And projects always delays, and the very long open defect state. And so, we spend a lot, huge maintenance cost. Just look at Europe, one market. There are total 70 carriers, the customer. For each customer, there are total 180 branches to have the code maintenance. It's a huge effort. And because of the heavy process, the frontline employees suffer a lot about the routine work there. And because of the bureaucracy, the people are really unhappy. I still remember that the first time I went to the office, I saw the people staring about their screen and no talking, no conversation. But whenever the problem happened, so always use the point finger to point each other. So it's your problem, not mine. So my responsibility is here. Don't involve me. And more worse, the barrier between the different department is very, very high. That's the problem. So as the external enterprise agile coach, I was invited by the head of EPG, Enterprise Process Group, in the November of 2014. My mission is to lead the large-scale agile transformation for fixed network, this business unit. I have 2 goals. The business goal is to reduce the time to market. And the management goal is to improve the efficiency and boost the morale. So look at the scope. So when we say that it's large scale, look at the people, 500 people. And also, the transformation just not limited in the R&D, software R&D department, but causing the all functionalities of the whole organization, including the marketing, the product planning, the system architecture and hardware, and also the ST, and also one department of the pre-production in the factory. That's the scope. And let's look at the journey. So how many people play Go? Oh, good. So what's the most important of Go?
Capture territory.
Yeah. That's plots, right? Plots. That's all about the strategy, right? It's about strategy. So just like play the Go and just like you wage a war, the most important is plan out the strategy and the tactics. In Chinese ancient wisdom, they're saying, 天时地利人和. What does that mean? It means you need to wait and seek the right time and identify and find out the right people and to do the right things in the right place. That's the top strategy. Okay. As an enterprise agile coach, you need to build up one mindset. What's that? The preemptive. What's that mean? It comes from the Chinese 2,000 years ago, Chinese most famous, the war strategy, Sun Tzu. How many people saw this book? Good, there's a lot of strategies. Yeah, in his book, he said that the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won. Whereas he who is destined to defeat first fight and afterwards looks for the victory. So what does that mean? It means before you wage the war, before you start it, you already know you are going to win it. Why? You have the fully preparation. You create a very solid foundation. You have the faith. You have the belief you are going to win, definitely. So that is a very powerful mindset. I use it in every way, both including my job and my life. I think it's very powerful. You need to think about that. Okay. So, yes. So before getting to an enterprise, before you start leading to the large-scale transformation, before to coach the boss, you need to know what is their style, right? You need to know them. So let's see. They are micro-monitoring. So I still remember that. So one day, I saw the head of the fixed network standing in the front gate of the company at 8:30. I asked him, what are you doing here? He said, I'm catching the people who are late. So, yeah. So at 8:31, and the people late. Okay, he catch the people A late here, people B here, people C here, just like a mushroom. Mushroom A, mushroom B, mushroom C, and standing in a line. So I'm thinking that was awful, right? That is awful. So do you know what he did after that? Guess. To exert your imagination. What after he did?
He fired the people.
No.
He told them to stay longer.
What?
He told them to stay longer.
Stay longer. Okay, like the kindergarten kids. Yes. What he did is that he invited these mushrooms to his head office. Okay, his office is quite big. And following after that, he asked these staffs, head of the department, to pick them back to their seat. You know? Oh my God. That guy, that means these mushrooms, boss, and pick them back. Yes, that is really bad. After that day, by the end of that day, I gave the feedback to this big head. So, do you know what you just did this morning? He said, I just want to emphasize the discipline, you know. I said, it's totally not that way, okay? It's really anti-agile. It's like insult people. It's not respect people at all. He suddenly realized that is a big problem and flashed. I saw his face flash. He said that, nobody talked to me before. You are the first one. Okay, that's the story. And demanding. Come on. Huh?
What did he do to you?
To me? So he he said to me, because nobody talked this kind of thing to him before, and he asked me to continue give him feedback, right? Yes, he's very open, actually. He just don't have the awareness what he did. Okay. The Chinese boss is very demanding and command control and very directly. You guys do this, you guys do that. If you don't do this, give a stick. If you get that, you give your carrot. Give you. So yes, that's a usually way. And FIS, what's that? Face is super important. Please remember that. So don't try to give any feedback, suggestion in front of people. Just bring him back in the very close room, just one by one talk to him. And he will accept your opinion or suggestion. Don't try to in front of people. Very important. Face. And also AATT. What is that? Anxious all the time. I still remember that. So 2 years ago, one president in the internet, financial internet, so he talked to me, Sunny, you know, I cannot sleep. Even at 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. at morning. I said, what's your problem? He said that, so now, you know, my company is number one, top one place. But I'm so worried about after tomorrow, after I wake up, the place 2 company and place 3 company merge together to overtake me. Oh my God. So yeah, that's his problem, always worry about. So, you know, they also result orientation to care about data or care about the result and less care about the people's feeling. Okay. But they also are hardworking. So do you know that currently Chinese internet industry, the developer working time? Guess. Peter, guess. So
60 hours a week.
60-hour week. Guess again.
70?
70? Guess again. 120. Okay, let me count. Okay, I will give a number. 35. That's like a heaven. 35. Okay, we call that 996 rule. That means start working at 9 a.m. and finish work at 9 p.m. per day. Yeah, and 1 week working for 6 days, and only 1 day, Sunday, you can have relax. Yes, that's very exaggerated, right? But so you know the Chinese boss, even more worse. So currently I'm coaching the number 1 furniture company. So their boss, the president. So do you know what his time? Even more worse. Nancy, can you guess?
What's the question?
So the president currently, what's his working time?
Now?
Yeah.
After Agile?
Yeah. No, currently. How many hours are he working per day? 12. Okay. His working time, so every day start working at 9 a.m. and finish his work at 1 a.m. Yeah, each day, no vacation, no family time. All his work is about working. Yeah, it's very terrible, actually. 16 hours per day. But also they are very passionate. When they talk about their company, their product, they're all passionate. They combine their personal goal with a company goal together. And they love work very, very much. I still remember 1 month ago, I saw an American TV commercial. So a bunch of people, a team people about to lift up a rocket into the space. So they need a login in passcode, you know. So the guy do the operation, don't know the passcode, and ask his boss, what's your passcode? The boss didn't answer. Have you seen that commercial? So what's the boss that said that?
I hate my job.
Yeah. The boss said that, I hate my job. That's his passcode. Yes. So you know the Chinese boss is really love their work, and also responsible and take accountability for the result. I saw a lot of big boss has been fired because of the bad result. Okay, so after you know the style of the boss, so you need to create the alignment, create a solid foundation. So what I did is to do the interview with all the counterpart, all the key stakeholders in the organization, including the head and the business owner, the head of the R&D departments, the head of sales, the product managers, project managers, all these guys. And after that, I use the influence and interest diagram to do the key stakeholder analysis. The people who have the high influence in this organization also have the high interest to lead the agile transformation. I call them my powerful supporters. Whenever you meet a problem, you can ask of them for help. And the people, the people who have relative and high influence but relatively lower interest to join the agile transformation, I call them the solicited supporter. My strategy is that to show them proven successful examples after pilot and pull them from the quarter 2 to quarter 1. And so the people who has the strong interest to do the change, but relatively lower influence in this organization, such as the lead of the QA, lead of the developer. So these guys, so I call them solid eye. My way is that ask them to organize the organizational big event to help them to build up their influence. So how about this color one? How about this one? These guys? No important, right? Just let them there. Okay, so let's talk a little about the tactic. So you know how to lead these changes happen overall and how to make the success sustainable. So my way is that to do the transformation systematically, I use Gabriel's STAR model, including strategy, structure, process, reward, and people. These 5 comprehensive aspects to take consideration. So I designed total 11 epics as an agile transformation project, including the business strategy, agile culture fostering, and after that we will do the organization restructure, and for the process part, redesign and use some engineering practice, continuous integration, system testing preposition. Don't forget the measurement, give you all the way the feedback, how you do. And also the reward part, the performance appraisal, and the career path redesign. People care this very, very much, And also to help people to build up their competence and the team development. So I ask the powerful supporters, the organizational leaders, to as the leader of this transformation project. I gave them very cool name. CEO, Chief Active Owner. Yes, give them power, empower them. They are responsible for the end-to-end delivery for that. Okay, so I bring all these CEOs together and to organize one team, ETC team, Enterprise Transformation Committee. And we have the kickoff meeting, and we have the badge, I print out the badge and give them, and write down their each leader's name here, and they use this sticker and in their notebook and the laptop, whenever they go, whenever they join the meeting, talk to people, will see this, right? That's very powerful, right? You are in a steering group. Yeah, I will follow you. Yes. Okay. So we use the Scrum to organize the ETC. And we have the 1 week sprint. Each Monday morning, we do the sprint planning. And Friday afternoon, we do the review and the follow-up with the retrospective. So look at the Agile transformation phases. I designed 4 phases, including setup, pilot, reorganization, and rollout. So look at the first setup phase. So after the ETC team running very well, we decide to expand the influence and impact to the whole organization, the leadership team. So the head here, so to state the Agile transformation vision and where we go, how we go there. And also I let organizational leaders to put on their name, sign their name on the poster to explicitly to show their commitment for the transformation project. And you know the Chinese big boss always a straight face, a little bit conservative. It actually is very conservative. And so I add some funny element. I bring the cocktail, non-alcohol drink to them. And you can see the picture after the meeting. And every people drink a little bit and smile, relax, and start to pat each other's shoulder, start to talk with each other. I saw that from that time, the barrier between different departments start to be break. So yes, that's the beginning. Okay, I gave the Agile training for everyone, train the Scrum Master and the product owner. And after we create a very solid foundation, create a very strong alignment with the stakeholder, we start the pilot. And we set up 3 Agile teams at the very beginning. And I deliver the self-designed feature team workshop to let every team member to choose the guys who they are willing to working for. So for the detailed technique, you can check from my Agile paper, which published in the Agile Alliance website. And we have the team vision and culture build workshop. And we have the chapter about the working agreement. You can see our slogan, teamwork makes dream work. Yeah, like American way, right? And I apply the 5 dysfunctionality of the pyramid to build the team up. So I use Lisa Atkins' personal journey to ask every team member to draw out his personal history journey. And there, the peak, the downtime there, that is the technique to build the trust of the team. That is very speed. If the foundation of the team build up, that make a team really, really very powerful. And I use the team technique skill map, so to build up the competence. And after 3 sprints, we make the success. The continuous integration system running very well, and the people can do not only the business analysis, but also can do the system testing. And so by the third end of the sprint, the one team even can find 8 the system testing bugs. And you can see the dashboard here. So make the data and transparent. You can see the happy face in their team. After the pilot success, we take the momentum to do the reorganization. You know that? So do you know the large-scale Agile framework? So there are total 3. So less, huge, and SAFE, and that. For my observation, a lot of Chinese big companies apply SAFE because of it's really safe. Because of the organizational, the big boss always can find the corresponding the title. So for them, so they are willing to use that. But the biggest problem is that, so because of it's really very heavy, prescriptive. So people lose the motivation to see the problem, to discover the problem, to solve the problem. So what I use is the less. So in less definition, if the organization, the people, more than 80 people, and can call the less huge. And this typical icon for less huge is that you can see here, is only one product owner because of the complexity of the product and divide the product into several requirement area. And each requirement area, there's an area APO here responsible for the whole area's end-to-end delivery. So this is a framework. It's a very interesting framework and easy to apply. You can try that if you want to do the large-scale transformation. Okay, what I did is to flip over the organization from the protocol layered-based delivery to the customer-oriented feature-based delivery. So the APO responding for the end-to-end delivery to the directly face to the customer. And previously, the head of the R&D, I create the coaching pair for them because in the metric functional organization, previous they fighting for each other. One people manage the guy and one people responding for the business, right? So now, after create the coaching pair, they have the shared goal, common goal to deliver the business, and they grow up together. So this is one technique. And what we did is that to change the component-based team to the feature-based team. So the previous problem, each component teams guys face a lot of product, priority, always fighting together. And so what we do is reallocate the people resource to each product line that solve the resource conflicts from the root. This is important too. Okay, so what I did is to also clarify the role responsibility and initiate the product backlog for each product. And what I did is to do the tool selection, the famous tool, the Rally, right? And TFSN. And what kind of tool we can apply for large scale? Version 1, yeah, version 1 is really good and also expensive, right? So yeah, after compare the ROI, I choose TFS. I have to see, it's awful, but it's cheap enough. Yes, this is what we can get the best based on the budget precondition. Okay, so when I submit this topic, Ronald told me if I talk about some hardware agility, some people will have interest. So I were going to have several minutes to talk about hardware agility. Here is the challenges we're facing. So the hardware department in the building B, which is 500 apart from the building A, there are 3 R&D departments there. And they are separately, physically, separation. And also, the hardware, there are total 2 phases to come out from the very design to the hardware come out, the 2 phases. The pre-silicon phase and also the production phase. Pre-silicon phase is actually responsible by this hardware department. However, these 3 teams, design, verification, physics, they don't have the shared common goal, not talk to let the hardware and the software have the common goal. They are act independently. And the SOC functionality, this is a whole requirement area, including the ASIC, FPG, the chip, and also embedded processor, the hardware. And the software part is including the driver, the OS operation system. However, it's a whole requirement area separated in the hardware department and the software department. That result, the whole development cycle larger than 1.5 years, and whenever the defect come out, and the people just, it's 2 departments just like playing ping pong ball. So back and forth, it's not my fault. You hardware guys need to investigate. Hardware said, no, it's not my fault too. Okay, so, and more worse, you know what? Even the newest, the modern cheap hardware come out, how no matter how powerful the hardware is, no matter how low cost it is, the software guy refused to use it. Why? Because the software currently running very well based on the current chip, right? How can I spend a lot of effort? I don't want to willing you use your newest chip. And the company, the head of the company, oh, big head. So we spend a lot of money, a lot of investment to come out with the new chip. You guys don't want to use it. Yes, that's a problem. So how we solve it? The solution. The first step is to create shared product vision and go in hardware and software department. And more than that, we abolish the separated KPI. KPI is awful. So after do the transformation, we ban the KPI at all. We don't use KPI at all. KPI is really a bad thing for my own opinion. Okay, so, and we create one product backlog, involve the hardware development content to the one single backlog, and synchronize with each other, do the integration every release, even every sprint. And also, we create SOC team. You can see here, we move the seat, the design team and the verification team to sit with the software driver and the OS team together. In this way, we can do the new functionality. So what's going on?
What is KPI?
KPI, the key performance indicator. So, it's a kind of index that, so if you sell how much products, you can get what? The KPI's problem, so it's a lot. I believe you guys all hate it, right? So in Huawei, Chinese biggest telecommunication company, so their KPI, one of the KPI for HR is that in 1 quarter, you need to, every HR need to recruit at least five people. And what they did is that hiring someone disqualified and fire them. Just want to finish the KPI. The KPI is really awful. Okay. So let's get back. So after we create the SOC team, and we also change the original, the traditional waterfall phase by phase, and the vertically slicely here. So from this way, specification, design, verification, software, physical design, sprint by sprint. And most importantly, we use the concept, learn before development, use the operation basic sanity. That means we build the new generation chip based on the old product. We use the old product, and firstly to identify the sanity loop and remove everything, every element unnecessary. First, remove, and just verify, design and verify, do the integration with the software, the top functionality. After verify it can work, and we add more element and to move to the next step. So that's the technique we used, and it really works and improve a lot of the efficiency. Okay. So if you guys have more questions about hardware agility, you can talk to me offline. Okay. So look at this. This is my customized agile process for this company. There's nowhere can find it because it's it's unique. And my basic idea is to create the end-to-end loop and involve every department, including the market, the sales, the customer support, and the R&D and product, everybody, every department together to have the same goal, and the shared vision to one product. This is a basic idea. Yeah, of course, there are a lot of setbacks. The biggest one, and actually it's a crisis for me. So I met the head of software department. She is a very powerful and a very tough and strong woman. she often says that if a meeting come out with a decision, if I didn't join the meeting, that decision doesn't count. And when she in the meeting, she always keep talking, and state her opinion, and everybody just listen to her. So that's her style. I still remember that one day in the morning, so 4 to 5 teams have the SOS meeting together. She was late, and before she arrival, so people communicate with each other and actively to find the problem, want to try to figure out the problem. But after her arrival, everybody suddenly stopped talking and look at her. And she said that, so that technique, the solution should be this way, blah, blah, blah. You guys do this, you guys do that. Okay, that's all. Dismiss. That's all. Oh my God. Yes, dismiss. She used that. And by the end of the day, I gave my observation to her. She suddenly to be very angry. She cannot take it at all. And the following days, she became very defensive to me, even complained me in front of the head. Yeah, So what I did, I find and seeking a very perfect time after work, and invite her to go out, to have a dinner, and I start to open my heart by talking about the history, my childhood, my family together. She slightly start to open her heart too. She talked about her grow-up environment and her childhood. We found, so both of us graduate from the same university. Yes, we find a common place, And I also asked her permission. So do you willing to try a little bit quiz? This quiz is from Lisa Atkins. How violent your communication is. So there are totally 100 score. So she got 40. Okay. So after that, after she did the quiz, she looked at the sentence, the statement one by one, and suddenly have the awareness that, oh my God, I have such bad behavior, and I have a bad emotional wave, bad emotional impact to the people surrounding me. She started to have the awareness. Okay, so after that, I asked her permission that, may I have the observation and do the record for you? And each day after work, we spend 15 minutes to check with feedback. She said, yes, we can do that. And I also gave her, so what I want to do, just want to be your mirror to help you to create the self-awareness. So yes, after that, there are total 2 or 3 weeks later, keep on going, keep on feedback. She continuous improvement, and she start to transition from the command control to the servant leadership. It's good news, right? Okay, let's see the rollout after reorganization. So we have the all-hands meeting for everyone, and we adopt Kanban, Scrumban, and the Scrum to total 42 Agile teams here. And I create the Coach Corp, community of practice, to fostering internal coach and bring up the internal coach to be stronger, bigger after they grow up, and they can take over the technical corp and the agile corp. That is the secret of how an external coach to leverage the total 500 people organization. Because I'm just one person, right? I cannot do all. So, and we have the monthly ETC release review, and to inspect and adjust. You can see here, so because of people always late, right? This is the head. So we have the working agreement. So if people late for 5 minutes, he need to do 5 minutes planking on the ground. So yeah, after that, nobody late. Yeah, so the head starts to do that. People look at him, right? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. He started to do it, and I gave a very example demonstration to everyone. Yes. So later on, where I found a very interesting phenomenon. That's whenever a meeting will be started, everybody rushing and running in the whole, the entire of the building. You see every people running there. Don't want to be late. Okay, let's check the result. So at the beginning of the transformation, the head asked me a question. Sunny, so how can we tell? So after 5 or 6 or 1 year, months, 1 year, so how can we tell whether we are success or failed? So I answer him, no worries, I designed the Agile metrics in these 5 dimensions, including the productivity, the velocity, value, quality, predictability. But the most important things, don't misuse it. I emphasize the principle of how to use Agile metrics into the whole leadership team, whole exec team at the very beginning. So the principle is continuous improvement over performance evaluation. You know the data have 2-dimension functionality. If the data combined with this dimension is motivational. If the data, any data linked to the performance, linked to the result, and will scale people will think that, is that data mean A, or my performance B, or even I am fired? So, that's a KPI's problem. Also, the root cause here, that's the KPI's problem. Okay. So if you use the data as an informational functionality, so give as a feedback to people. The team know what their goal is, and give the feedback as informational to them. They know what we are doing now. So they will try to reduce the gap. So don't misuse it. This is very important. Okay, let's check the result. So for the time to market, we reduce the TTM, time to market, from 1 year to 102 days. Decreased by 72%. Is that amazing, right? Yes, for the overall customer satisfaction, increased 6%. And the feature delivery time from the originally 30 days to the 8 days, decreased by 73%. And we improved by 12% of efficiency. You know what? After the efficiency improved, we got more 50 developers to start the next generation product research. That is amazing. That is our future, right? Okay, so you can see the culture, Agile culture, build up the environment, and people very happy, communication. Actually, this guy is from the market, and this guy from the sales. Previously, they are really fighting with each other. They really don't want to see each other, but now they're talking very freely. I just quick click my camera. Yes, there. And happy people there. Summary. The secret of external Agile coach success, that is, you need to be the backstage person, backstage director. You write down the whole script. You set up the front stage. You adjust the light, adjust the volume, and let all the key stakeholders do the performance in the front stage. Only in this way, they can have engagement about their action, and also they can truly enjoy their achievement. That is the secret. Give the all credit to the stakeholders. Don't take it. That's a secret. Okay, don't forget to celebration for the every short win. Ritual matters. And the biggest pitfall of the management team, don't wrongly use the metrics. Please remember what? Please follow me. Read it. Good, good, very good. Please remember that. You guys go back to coach your boss. Abolish the KPI, abolish the data. That doesn't make any sense. If you want to data A, I can give you data A. If you want data B, I can give you. I can make it. Make data is an easy job, right? Okay. So final slides. This is summarize what I used in the Enterprise Agile Coach Toolbox. And so you can see the competence framework, And this tool is very useful to coach the executive team, the leadership team, the Agile Leadership Campus, and to have the assessment of these leaders, what kind of their weakness, what's their strengths, and you can break their weakness. And also the coaching strategy, high performance tree, all this about the organizational tools, the management tools, and the team level tools, and also the Agile coach journey is also very helpful. I have helped too. And also don't forget to practice this skill, graphic facilitation. Yeah, I think I am an artist. I do the oil painting. And I find it very interesting. So you guys go back to pick up your pen and draw something, little things, very powerful and visualize that people feel very happy. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Is there any question?
First of all, it's on? Well, okay. It was a very good talk. Thank you. I was particularly interested when you had the development manager who was resisting you and becoming defensive, and your strategy was to take her out to dinner and talk to her. And I guess you were very skillful in doing that because it worked. What would you have done if she had continued to resist, if the dinner and the, talking about your childhood, hadn't gotten you anywhere?
Yeah, very good question, very challenge. Okay, I will take this challenge. So let's say she refused to go out, right? So, yeah, you need to tell her, let her understand what's your real purpose, right? Maybe she misunderstood the real purpose. So, the pen? Do you know the trust circle? So trust, how to build the trust? Build the trust, there are 4 steps. The first step is integrity. And the second step is purpose. The third step is show the capability. And the fourth step is make the result, the positive result. So first step is let her to know, so your integrity and also your purpose. Your purpose is your motivation, and also is your motivation and combined with your behavior, is alignment, is consistent. So you need to tell her the purpose is really what I did. If I will tell her, so what I want to, my purpose is to help you to be a better person, help you, this organization, to be a better organization. I don't want to do something bad. I just want to help you. So let she understand your purpose. Maybe she will doubt that the purpose. But if you keep your behavior, what you're talking, what you're working, and what you do is aligned with your purpose, she will slightly to trust you. So first is create the trust. Trust really speed. So Stephen have a book, The Speed of Trust. That book is very, very, very useful. I ask the executive team to buy that. So every organization leader have that book. It's very useful. Okay, thank you. Is there any? Oh, there are three guys there.
How different will be your strategy when you are dealing with a team which is co-located versus a team which is distributed all over the world?
Pardon?
The difference in the agile strategies you use between a co-located team and a distributed team. Means in
The
different
strategy
continents.
difference between the management team and the development team, you mean?
No.
So,
If the team is together in one location, like all this was in China, everybody is located here. But what if your software team is in China and the R&D team is in Taiwan? How would you have managed that?
oh yes, actually Charles have very super strong experience about that entire the 4 teams crossing the 5 time zone. Yes, so I think I can introduce his experience. What you did, you can talk to them. Yeah, of course, you can share.
So Ed over here, actually, Ed, raise your hand. Ed's actually a scrum master on the team. So we have a team spread across 5 different time zones across the U.S. as well as India. And so what we've done from a high level is we've had a daily stand-up in the morning where everyone joins, and then that's a way to kind of sync everyone up. And then afterwards, because India folks are on different time zones from the U.S.-based folks, we kind of break off and use that sync up to help bring people together. So it's very challenging because you're distributed. Sometimes if you're able to, if it's a budget, you can fly people together to try to build that team building teamwork. But it is challenging. So team building, remote activities, games, things that you can do during the stand-up will help. So that's a high level of kind of what might be useful.
And also currently I'm coaching the remote coaching in China. So there's China Red Stars executive team located in Shanghai. What we do is every morning before we have daily stand-up, we will have a 3-minute game. So yesterday we did a game, Let's. So everybody hold hands in hands and start with Let's. So what I said is, let's jump into the cold water to have the winter swim together. Yeah, right? And another guy said, let's go travel to the moon. I want to see the Mars. So yes, we can have some very imagination. And the day before yesterday, we have a game that if I got 2 billion, what we're going to do? You know what? So every top leader in that company, you know what they want to do? They just want to buy the house. Everyone. Just one guy says that I want to do the investment to a startup company. Yes, the house price is really high in China. Okay. Any?
Yeah, in large-scale Scrum, you don't need a PMO, you don't need project managers, you don't need line managers. So what happened to them when you introduced large-scale Scrum into your organization?
Yeah, good question. There's no project manager at all. Actually, the project PMO head and the project manager, they feel very frustrated because of the user-less framework. And what exactly we did is that do the transition. So to do the election again, we post out there's a new role, APO, Area Product Owner. So he organized the feature team, several feature teams, from 1 team to 3 teams or 4 teams to deliver the end-to-end feature delivery. So this is a new role. We post up publicly what's the responsibility of the APO and the job description, and let everybody to apply this position. And there's a lot of people actually applied, and the management team, the ETC team, reviewed these people's profile, and also we have the public interview for this role. So each people, APO candidate, go up to the platform and speak out. So why I want to be an APO? What I were going to do after I take this job? What I'm going to do? What my plan? Actually, just like the president election. Yeah, just like that, let people to trust him. Yeah. Okay.
So what happened to people who were not selected as APO? There will be people there.
So actually, frankly speaking, there are actually the percentage of the leader, the managers, too much. We count. There are actually 35% have the title in the previous organization. That is too much because no need such a lot of managers, right? So some managers actually in the previous is done to do their job. And we give the opportunity to these managers to do the transformation to the agile roles. If someone don't want to do any transformation, don't want to change, just want to stay here and just protect their how to say, their territory, right? So these people actually be what in Chinese way work around. In Chinese way, we really use a workaround method. So if work around these people, so these people not important, is not a key player in this organization, he will feel frustrated and to look for the job, new job. Yeah, that's the Chinese way. Okay, if you get a workaround, please, that's dangerous signal. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.